Welcome Libra, we're doing your June 2025 tarot forecast. It is a general reading, so always trust yourself on what resonates, leave what does not. Big welcome to those that are new to my channel, those that follow me regularly. Love your support. Now this reading is wherever Libra is in your birth chart, sun, moon, rising sign, and if you're cross-watching, big welcome. Now if you are watching this in a different language other than English, it has been automatically dubbed by YouTube, new feature they're rolling out. You can change the language settings in the top right-hand corner of the video. There's about 10 languages to select from. And if you want to roll it back to the original version in English, you can also do that. I have no control over the dubbing, so just keep that in mind. Now, we are going to do something quite different with your reading today. So we're going to pull some guidance that is Atlantean guidance and also some ancient Eastern guidance. We're going to have a look at the divine feminine, the divine masculine, as well as anything you're going through right now, possibly some truths you need to see. And we're going to pull you lots of clarifiers as well. Let's dive in. Now, if you don't know what Atlantean energy is, you could have a connection to Atlantis from a past life. It does mean children of the light. All right, let's pull you some guidance in terms of Atlantean energy. Okay, you've got assurance of the self, and Spirit is saying you're doing better than you think you are, particularly if you've been on a healing journey. So you may even be more ready than you feel that you are. Just, opening up to new situations. And you've got a message to plant a seed of love. Some of you may want a new love relationship, so putting those intentions out there to the universe. Some of you want to create something new, grow something new in your life. We're saying you will harvest whatever it is that you do try and sow there in terms of seeds of creation. And Spirit's saying keep going, don't give up. Now is not the time to stop. Keep moving along on your path. Spirit's saying your path's open, it's clear ahead. There's no blockages in your way. And to focus on your blessings, there's a person there that's just been lit up by a star with light. So Spirit's saying you need to adjust your taste to get what you deserve. So you need to raise your expectations of what you're worthy of and what you want in your life. And you've got the golden path to your reality, which is very beautiful. So some of you wanting to attract abundance into your life, to live a more abundant life, there's a portal opening up for you. So it's also about taking the limits off yourself about what's possible. All right, let's pull you some ancient Eastern guidance. Okay, you've got Amazonite, which is traveling the middle road. So not seeing things as black and white, like all or nothing thinking. Like if something doesn't work, suddenly it's a failure. Spirit's saying embrace the in-between. Where could you take an easier path to life by removing the black and white thinking that's going on within self? And you've also pulled blue lace agate, which is having this very calm inner sense of self. So approaching what you want to create from a place of calmness versus trying to push too hard. Expressing yourself calmly in situations. Okay. You've pulled obsidian. Now obsidian is very protective stone. And Spirit's saying it's a time for some true reflection. Now, it's also about that your path is now open and clear ahead, not giving up right now. So anytime you feel like there's a blockage or you want to stop yourself and pull yourself back from moving forward, take that quiet time to reflect on why. Is it just fear coming up, lack of self-confidence? Are you doubting your progress or your direction? Or what's coming up for you in that moment? Because you've also pulled opal, which is going to magnify whatever's going on within you emotionally so that you can see it. Mostly it's about what you feel you deserve in life, and Spirit's saying you need to increase those expectations higher. Don't settle for less than what you're worth. Pulled the pearl, which is all about purity. Now, the pearl is formated in an oyster shell from irritation by an organism. So pearls are created from irritation. Life is always going to send you curveballs. Life is never going to be smooth or easy. So how do we create that pearl within ourselves in terms of how we navigate life, where we hold on to our purity no matter what's going on around us? It's directly related to you finding your path forward, your golden path forward. It's also realizing that everything you do go through is creating just another layer of self. You're growing and expanding every time you experience a certain experience in your life, positive or negative. And sometimes those experiences can make us want to shrink back out of like trying to avoid pain or fear coming up. They're going to repeat a certain experience. Instead, Spirit's saying, take those limits off yourself that you've placed around yourself. And actually, before we do that, let's have a look at some truths you may need to face, situations you're going through right now. Okay, Spirit's saying you need to commit to an idea that you've got. So putting yourself into it 100%, committing to it. Or you've got a deep awakening going on within your soul. So coming back to the core essence of self, a lot of growth going on. Okay. For some of you, there's a situation that's ended and Spirit's saying you can't look backwards. It's over. You've got to keep moving forward. Don't give up right now. Keep moving forward. And everything right now is about you finding your flow and being in flow and knowing what you deserve in life. Okay. And there's been situations that you've been in that were manipulative or had hidden intentions, or people had hidden intentions. Spirit's saying you've learnt from it. It made you wiser. Perhaps you don't take people at face value now. Perhaps you look deeper than the surface level of things. All right, let's pull some guidance for the Divine Feminine who are here today. Okay, you're in your masculine energy, which is very high. Look, that can be empowering if you're trying to get something off the ground, start new things, being very action orientated. You've kind of just got to be wary that you're not too much in your masculine, that you're compromising your feminine energy. Or you're going through a big paradigm shift. You can't go backwards. Everything's shifting. And for good reason, because it's pushing you forward to growth, expansion. Crystal therapy would be really good for you right now, working with crystals. So, I mean, Amazonite is often, that's to do with your life path, life purpose. Amazonite can be this really deep green kind of color. It's that bluey green. Calming stones would be good for you. Anything that elevates your vibration. All right, Divine Masculines. Let's see what you need to be working on, focusing on right now. Okay, you need to step out of your comfort zone. Take those limits off self. Know that you can do more and be more. And financial stability is really important to you. So possibly working on that financial stability right now. And you do have some emotional blocks that are holding you back still. Could be based on what you've been through previously. All right, let's pull you some guidance around your energy. Firstly, for our Divine Feminines. Okay, there's a situation in your life that is bringing you anxiety, or you're creating anxiety within self. And it's directly related to lack or envy. So feeling like you're not where you want to be, or you don't have something in your life, and Spirit's saying it's just your emotional waters that are creating that anxiety, which means that we've got to take charge of the mind and the emotion. It's self-perpetuating. Let's have a look at the masculine energy here. Okay, there's a situation you're also feeling tied up and stuck about. Spirit's saying you got to step out of your comfort zone. Some of you may need to seek a healer of the ages to remove some blockages that you've got going on, particularly limits you've placed around yourself. And there's some contract coming in that's meant for your path. It's going to ask you to step out of your comfort zone. All right, let's pull some guidance from the Goddess Guidance deck. Firstly, for our Divine Feminines here. Okay, Spirit's saying you just got to be kinder to yourself. Maybe you set your expectations in terms of perfectionism too high. It's almost like if it doesn't happen the first time or it doesn't happen in my timeline, then I'm just going to give up. It's not going to work. Spirit's saying don't do that to yourself. You've got to be kinder and gentler to yourself. You're the magician in your own life, so you have the power to make things happen. To attract the resources you need, opportunities you need to get into your High Priestess energy, which is high vibing. Power of positivity. Okay, guys, let's see what you need to know. Okay, Spirit is saying doing your spiritual practices can help cleanse your energy and raise your vibration. Things that bring a sense of inner calm and peace. And you are divinely watched over by a guardian angel right now. So they've got your back, particularly if you need to step out of your comfort zone. And you need to release harsh judgments about yourself and others. See the light and love within everyone. Some of you are still like holding on to some kind of resentment towards someone from the past. You need to release that to free yourself. All right, let's put you some guidance around crystal healing, especially for our Divine Feminines. Okay, you've got Colpite rites of passage. Everything's trying to bring you to a state of wholeness and balance. You're exactly where you're meant to be right now. You're on the right path. Some of you need to do some physical healing that's possibly going through something right now. Maybe feeling like you're lacking in energy. And Spirit's saying part of that is you need to do some relaxation and rest that physical body. Don't stop, but just rest. All right, guys. Oh, you've got a soulmate connection coming in. Some of you are holding yourself back from connecting with a soulmate. Whatever you've been through has taught you a lot of wisdom, right? So you've learned from those experiences. Yeah, because you've also got learning. So take the lesson, let go of the experience and take the lesson. Release the emotional attachment to things that have been hurtful. What was it trying to show you about yourself? Choices in love. Some of you looking at the surface level of people versus looking at, how attractive they are and all that kind of stuff versus what type of person are they? Are they right for you? Are you aligned in certain ways? Some of you are missing red flags about people. All right, let's pull some guidance around your actions moving forward. Okay. Divine Feminine, there may be situations where there's going to be blockages in your path. And Spirit's saying, don't stop at the first sign of a challenge. You've got to figure out a way to go around those blockages. And it's going to require that you have some patience. Now, if you're going through a healing journey, you're also going to have patience with that body healing. There's also a trip some of you may want to take or that's coming up for you. You got the Voyage card here. Now, you're not doing it alone. Could be a child you're going on a trip with. It could be a soulmate journey. Something about travel here. All right, Divine Masculine. Okay, you got purification again. Some of you need to cleanse your energy about where you're holding yourself stuck. Just focus on simplicity. What are my next steps? What are the things I need to do today? What are the 3 or 4 things I need to do today to move yourself forward? Again, you got wisdom coming out. So we're saying anything that came towards you on your path was there to help you grow. Look at it from that perspective. Because if you keep ignoring situations that are trying to teach you something, then you're just going to keep repeating cycles over and over again. All right, let's pull you some guidance from your spiritual team. Okay, girls, you've got a message that you need to love that you're different. You're not the same as everyone else. You're quite unique in your talents and abilities. Embrace that uniqueness. You don't have to follow the same path as someone else. Oh my God, you've also got know you belong. 2 messages here that you need to believe in yourself and not worry about the judgments of others. Don't worry about whether people are going to accept you or not accept you. You've got to follow your own path. You're not meant to follow a traditional path. And do not fear the unknown. Right? Let go of the fears going on within yourself. All right, Divine Masculine. It's a time for you to seek your destiny and go after your destiny. There's a cat there, which means you need to claim your independence as well. You need to have a sense of autonomy or independence in a role. Another message to see yourself out in nature. Some of you need to connect with nature in terms of your energy. And you got need and necessity, which is just focusing on your day-to-day stuff, not future pacing yourself too much. Being very grounded and practical. All right, cool. Pull you some guidance from the Nature's Whisper. All right, girls, you're going to get illumination that's going to lead to growth. She's dressed like a butterfly. She's got a butterfly tattoo on her back. Riding a butterfly. Some of you are going to get an aha moment about where you need to embrace self more and accept self more. And how to handle your emotional vulnerability when it comes to the judgments of others. Which means you need to become unbothered by the opinions of others. All right. Guys, okay, you've got a message you need to heighten your vitality, which mostly for you is out in nature. It could be around what you're consuming as well. And you need to trust your own understanding. You have a lot of wisdom within you, a lot of life experience. Trust in what you've learned. Trust in what you feel is right for you. All right, let's put you some final messages, firstly for the Divine Feminine here. Okay. You've got the glory of the garden, which means that you are the roots, you are the body, you are also the fruit of a tree. You are everything in between. So you can't create the fruit without strong roots, right? You can't hold up the fruit without having a strong core and a strong body. You need both of those things for a tree to fruit and come into fruition, right? So everything has to grow at a certain pace. And it's embracing all parts of self, but you need to have some strong roots here, and you also need to hold your strength in your center. And you're also the glory of the garden. Your tree is going to be different to other trees. The fruit that you bear is going to be different to the fruit somebody else bears. Yeah. So what do you want to plant? All right, guys. What fruit do you want to bear? Oh, Spirit's saying you're on the path to success. You are choosing a direction and you're on the right path. Keep going. Okay, one last message. Okay, girls, you got a message about Labradorite here, which you have free will to go in whatever direction you want to go. Whatever you do is always a conscious choice. Okay, guys, you've got lodestone, which is Earth's embrace. You need to be very grounded at this time and feel secure in your center. That Earth energy is coming through again. It's going to be very important for you to ground those feet to Mother Earth. What does that look like? Getting out in nature and physically walking. It's going to connect you to the Earth element. You need to be grounded right now. All right, those are your messages. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Take it easy. And for now, much love, much light. Namaste.